Please welcome Desmond Llewelyn, Q.
Name that movie, Desmond.
No, that was Man with the Golden Gun. I must say I was a bit foxed at the beginning, but...
You have one of the most, everyone leaves a Bond movie, Jimmy and I were just talking about. They remember the opening and they remember your scene. Yeah. And they want more of you.
Oh, so do I.
More Q.
Todd, I think it's plugged in wrong. We're having a little technical problem. Sorry about that, Desmond.
We have to share this one.
There we go. You're on
It's
now.
got to be it's got to be kind of weird. I mean, everywhere you go, people just shout out a letter. Right?
Yes.
Q.
Q, yeah.
Q.
Sometimes they're polite and say Mr. Q.
Mr. Q. How much do you actually work on the average movie? How many days of shooting do you get in?
Well, this one I was lucky. I got 3 days. Usually it's 1. But in GoldenEye I was lucky because of all the explosions. I got 2 days. But I have worked it out. I've been in 16 Bond films. Mm-hmm. And that is what? 16...
48.
We say about 34 hours screen time.
Oh, okay.
How long do you think Q appears?
How long?
How long? In
scene?
screen time. No, altogether.
Altogether?
Out of the 16 films.
16?
1 hour.
No, I would say maybe 30 minutes.
It's about that, yeah.
Wow.
30 minutes.
That's
It's always
unbelievable.
quick and compact and action-packed.
But that is actually, added on because I had a very, a nice large part in Living Daylights.
Why were you not in 2 of them?
Well,
was it a money thing, or was
no,
they just didn't write it in?
Another actor was, luckily for me, he wasn't available for for Russia with Love, and as I knew the director and had worked in a film with his before, a film called They Were Not Divided. When my name came up, he said, "Oh, okay," rather the devil he knew than the devil he didn't. So.
Well, it's always a scene I look forward to. I always sit up straight when I see the Q scene coming on because I like all the toys.
Well, thank you very much. No, they do have fascinating gadgets.
I'm a gadget man.
Well, most of the gadgets are prototypes and are real. This one we had in the latest film.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Tomorrow, that's right. It's the Ericsson concept phone, that drives the car and it does everything else. Well, I asked the chap who invented it, I said, what, can you go and buy this in a shop in 10, 20 years' time? He said, no, if the public wants it, they could have it in 2 years' time.
Yeah.
Because technology is moving so fast.
Doing everything that it did, from driving the car to doing all that?
That's what I said. And I said...
If you want it to, Barnes.
Would it also have a stun gun in it, you see, which...
Ooh. Point it towards Jimmy.
Oh, you just stunned yourself. Yeah, see, it's got the stun gun on it.
But the whole phenomenon of all these gadgets from all the Bond flicks have created this thirst. All these spy shops that are up now, you can go to spy shops where they have cool gadgets.
Or Sharper Image, for that matter.
And places like
know.
Sharper Image.
It's absolutely incredible because I went to one in New York and on one of the television shows I did, it had a pen. Which just an ordinary pen like that, which was taking photographs of everything. And they've got a room in this shop where everything is sort of television thing. Mm-hmm. And there are pictures on the wall taking pictures.
They must freak out when they see you come walking in.
Yeah.
To a spy shop in New York.
Right.
Hey,
I think they know that that I know nothing about gadgets.
Really?
No. I'm a quartermaster. I'm not an inventor.
That's right. Now, do you... have, and I'm sure you've been asked this question many times, do you have a favorite or 2 gadgets of all the Bond movies that you particularly liked?
No, I loathe all gadgets.
No, in the Bond movies.
You're not a gadget man?
In the Bond movies.
Oh, in the Bond
Your favorite
movies.
Bond movie gadgets.
Well, I don't know. I think this concept phone-in of Ericsson's, I think is one of the best because, it does everything.
Yes, it does.
It really is. And, of course, it is interesting, really, about the phone thing because... you can see the development of them. In the first, From Russia with Love,
right.
There is a car phone, not one of these little ones. And then we go on, there's a phone in Diamonds Are Forever, which changes the voice.
Right.
And now we've got in this one, we've got the Ericsson CF788, which Bond, when he's having his Danish lesson, is talking into. Mm-hmm. Well, now this you can go and buy in the shop. And it's a fantastic little It's very small.
Can I see that? Is that an actual Is that a prop from the movie?
No, this is the concept phone.
That's it's a prop from the movie.
That's a prop from the movie.
Yeah, this is an actual prop.
Yeah,
wow.
But we haven't got the little one.
I personally favor the watch that can unzip the woman's blouse.
Your favorite? You like that one?
I like that one.
Yeah, but then I wasn't in that film.
Was that the Rolex? Was that the Rolex?
Yeah.
Now, can I call you Q?
Yeah, sure.
Jimmy just asked you what your favorite gadget was in all the Bond films. Yeah. I'm curious, who was your favorite Bond girl?
I never meet him.
He rolls in, does his
But
scenes
after
out.
seeing the films, do you have a favorite Bond woman?
Well, I would have to say Carrie Lowe, because she's the only one I've sort of had any scenes with.
Okay.
In which movie was she?
She was in License to Kill.
Okay.
I did have a very short scene with Jill St. John. Mm-hmm. I said good morning to Barbara Bach, and I waved to Diana Rigg. But that's my only contact with the leading ladies.
What else? What else do you do besides wait for the next Bond picture?
Yeah, you must be kind of typecast.
Well, I am. I'm very typecast, but very luckily, I've done 2 amateur films. Because your casting directors sort of think of me only as Q. You see, the fascinating thing about the Bond films, in a way, they are all fictional, and they're wonderful entertainment.
Right.
And the whole thing is pure fiction.
Wait a minute, are you telling me, Desmond Llewelyn,
that's not real,
that James Bond is a fictional character?
Yeah. I'm sorry to upset you and to disillusion you.
First Santa Claus,
How
now
sad.
Bond.
Yeah.
But I would think that you have such a wonderful voice that you would have the type of voice that would be perfect for books on tape. It's so pleasant to hear.
You see, my voice is just 2 a penny in England.
Really?
Yeah. Of my age, you see, because we all...
I just love sitting here listening to you.
You see, we all, when I was young, we all had to learn to speak proper, as they say in England. We all sort of had this BBC accent. Nowadays, they don't do it so much, so you've got all the various accents. But, I had, and I can, do a Welsh accent. But, that is completely obliterated. Now they wouldn't have bothered. And I would be talking to you now with just a slight Welsh accent all the time, see?
There you go.
Tell you what, if you want to win a big shirt, call us right now. We're going to do a quick little contest with Desmond. Call us right now. We'll just put some people on for big shirt winnings.
Now, when you first met Pierce Brosnan, was it instant? Did you guys hit it off instantly?
Oh, absolutely, straight away. He's an Irishman, and I love Ireland. My wife and I, we've got a cottage in the west of Ireland, and I think it is the most wonderful place.
I think he's a great
Wales,
Bond.
I think he is, yes.
Any difference between working with him and, say, Roger Moore or Sean Connery?
Well, Roger Moore, Roger Moore used to play tricks on me, you see, but then I was younger and more easy to cope. Piers is very, very kind and very, very helpful.
That's a sweet scene when the beamer skids right up to your kneecaps there.
I know.
That's a quality scene in the latest Bond movie. Did you have someone there, Jimmy?
Sure, let's take someone right here. Here's what we're going to do. First of all, I'm going to give you the villain's name.
Yeah.
And you tell me what film, which Bond film they were.
Well, I'm not a Bond freak, but I'll have a bash.
You're not a Bond freak. You're Q. You are Q.
So he's going to play for Gene? Is that who he's going to play for?
Gene?
Yeah.
All right, Gene, here we go. You ready? Or did you have a question first that you had real quick for Desmond?
Yeah, my question was, did you think that, or Desmond, did you think that when the Bond films first started, did you think that they would run this long?
Good heavens, no. I don't think anybody did. Nobody could possibly know. I mean, after perhaps Thunderwall, or perhaps a bit later on, they began to think that they might go on. But I don't think anybody in their senses, shall I say, would have thought it could have gone on as long as this. The papers certainly didn't, and they keep saying, even in the last film, the quality papers in England were more or less saying, oh, well, I think we've had enough of Bond.
Here we go. Gene, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
For a big shirt. All right. Desmond, in which film would you find Hugo Drax?
Oh, yes.
Are you asking me?
No.
We're asking.
Do you want me to say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hugo Drax. That's Moonraker. That right?
Oh, yes. Actually, yes. He was in 2 Bond movies. He was in Moonraker, And
No. Not
yeah, he
he-
was in
well, he was
Moonraker.
killed.
That's
He
right.
couldn't
in
be
Jimmy
Moonraker.
doesn't even know.
No,
What?
because here it's kind of confused. Yes, he was Moonraker. Actually,
Gene, you
get a
just
big shirt.
won.
Oh, great.
Let's go to another call.
Hold on, Gene.
Okay.
Let's go to Scott. Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
Scott, playing for a
Q's
big
going to
shirt.
play for you.
Okay.
Kananga.
Kaninga.
No, not you, Scott. He's playing for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wait a minute. That was the film I wasn't in, surely. Live and Let Die.
Live and let die.
Very good, Q.
Die.
All right, cool.
Very good, Q.
Hold on, Scott.
I like that.
Very good.
Very good, Q.
Jill.
Jill.
Hi.
Hey, Jill.
All right, for a big shirt. How about Max Zorin?
Oh, yes. View to a Kill.
View to a Kill.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Very
Thank you.
good.
He knows
You're a
his
winner.
Bond.
He does.
Of course he does.
How about
Hey, Jim.
Jim?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go with Kamal Khan. Kamal Khan.
Oh, yes. Octopussy.
Octopussy?
You know your Bond,
What
Q.
about Goldfinger?
Absolutely.
Well, that's I'll give you top gold. We all know Goldfinger, of course,
Yeah.
was
Goldfinger.
Oric Goldfinger. What was his license plate number?
Oh.
Oh, you got me there.
AU1. Because AU is the
Was
chemical.
was he Auric or something?
It was
No.
Oric Goldfinger, but AU is the chemical symbol for gold.
Yeah. And there is a real character, there is a real person called Goldfinger, because Fleming used a lot of his friends and people's names that he knew for various people in the films. I mean, there's a Blofeld and all
Yeah.
these sort of people.
Okay, give me the next line. Do you expect me to talk Goldfinger?
No, I expect you to die. But I think one of the best lines of all in the Bond films is in this one. What is it? I could shoot you from Stuttgart, could make it look like suicide. I think that is the most wonderful line.
Do you have another toy there? You have another Bond gadget coming up?
Oh, look at that.
This looks like a. Well, it's appearing to be a gold gun.
I wonder what movie that's from.
I wonder. Yeah.
Oh.
It's nothing to do with me.
Uh-huh.
This is the villain's gadget.
Now,
And
is
what's
that
the villain's name?
in what? Was that Scaramanga?
That's right.
Hey.
Who played it?
Not Louis Jourdan. He was in another
Here,
one.
Barnes, you handle
Fram,
this.
careful with the piece.
You handle
I
that,
forgot.
Barnes.
Who?
Christopher Lee.
Christopher
This is
Lee,
cool.
That's right. Is that an actual? Oh,
Falling
Barnes.
apart.
Barnes broke James Bond's golden gun.
No, it's
No,
not
it
James
didn't.
Bond's. Scaramanga.
Scaramanga's golden gun. Is that an actual prop from the movie?
I don't know.
It is an actual prop from the movie?
I should think
Is it?
so, yeah.
Wow. Barnes, I want to touch it.
Here you go.
Wow. That is
Very nice.
cool. That is an actual... All right.
For those at home,
Yeah, we're just up here
checking out the gadgets.
checking out the golden gun. Do you have any of the other of the props that you keep at home as...
No, I don't.
No
No, I
toys
have-
when you walk in Desmond's house? There's no toy?
No. I have actually got the underwater camera from Thunderball.
That is actually a cigarette case, pen, lighter, and cufflinks.
What is?
What you were just holding.
This... Oh, you mean the golden gun is made of a cigarette lighter?
4 components.
Oh, that's interesting. This is gold-plated. This is heavy. Wow.
Yeah, it is, you know.
Desmond, it
Well,
was a pleasure meeting you.
Yes.
Thank you
Desmond
very
Llewelyn.
much.
Thank you very much, Desmond.
Thank you.
The best of the morning X.